Hi Aquarius, welcome to your Magic Door reading for teen. Full disclosure, this is the second reading for this because the other one I accidentally deleted. And in the other reading, honestly, it was like a big misunderstanding because you had you over here, Aquarius, like that was really secure, and this one over here, your partner, your person, whoever your love interest was trying to get something started. And so you're already secure in your position, career, job, life, station, whatnot. And this person was still working on that. And both of you assumed that the other person wouldn't be willing to compromise or make room for the other person. And it was just a huge misunderstanding. And because of that, there were hurt feelings. And it was a big, huge question of security. Specifically, this one, your person was like, okay, are you going to be able to make room for me? Because I'm still starting out. I'm still trying this and that and the other. And you were assuming that, oh, well, you don't care about me. You're not making time for me because you're off doing this, that, and creating and going and doing. So it was that they felt that you needed to make the first move in clearing the air because there was hurt feelings on both sides. But as far as they were concerned, they wanted you to make the first move. But they were willing. They just needed to know that they had room in your life. That's what it was about. Was that you two would thrive as a couple. It wouldn't just be like they were kind of this interloper on the outskirts moving to be with you, and they were still kind of treated like, well, I've got all stuff right here, and then I'll make time for you. It's like, no, if I move out there, if we get closer, I want to be integral. Like I want to be you and I, and then the rest of the world, So that they were open to it if it was about that. But I think they felt excluded and you felt ignored or neglected. Okay. All right. So here's the second reading for Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. 7 of Wands. So this could be somebody standing on principle, someone that's kind of feels like they are in a position of power, or just feeling like they have the advantage in a situation. There could be control issues. All right, so we've got the Queen of Swords, the 8 of Swords. Holy cow, the King of Swords. The Page of Swords. Oh, gracious. The Knight of Swords. Why not? The 9 of Pentacles. That's interesting. And the Fool. Okay. Wow. Aquarius. There's a lot going on here. I mean, just there. Okay. I think you're wanting to clear the air. I think you're wanting to have a conversation. Or this could be an online relationship you're dealing with. But I think you're definitely wanting to clear the air and get the truth out there. All right, so what's this Queen of Swords about? Yeah, you're wanting to, well, this could be you wanting to cut things off because of your broken heart. But I feel like if we're looking at it in terms of why you want to reconnect, I think this is about clearing the air. Or maybe you don't want to. Maybe you do want to cut them off. Maybe your heart's broken and you're like, you know what? No. What's this 8 of Swords about? This could be Pisces if we're talking about a king, or it could be Cancer or Scorpio, but this could be somebody, okay, so this could be, you got 3 swords here. This could be that someone was stepping out on the relationship and dealing with another person that they felt was like more emotionally available, or it was just somebody that was very charismatic and romantic, and they're not sure about what to do about that. There could be 2 people that they are dealing with right now. They're kind of in a quandary as to what to do, and they might be deciding between you and another person, or they might have cheated, and this is the person they cheated with, and they feel just terrible. What's this King of Swords about? This could be Gemini. Okay, yeah, they somebody. Whoever the person was that broke the other person's heart, that person needs to come forward and clear the air, say they're sorry, speak the truth, and make all kinds of assurances and promises. Basically, they need to atone for what they did and promise and mean it, a secure new beginning. I mean, there is no other way here. We've got the silent treatment going on. There's no conversation happening. And someone feels taken for granted. Someone feels like someone didn't value their worth, that they are like not listening. They have shut the door, and yet you're still on their mind, or they're still on your mind. Whoever did the stepping out or let something come between you two is the one, like I said, that needs to come forward and make assurances of security and stability, and certain things are just going to be non-negotiable. For this to get off the ground, it has to be completely safe and sure, and there's been a betrayal here. It looks like someone's gotten their heart broken, so that might be a tall order, especially because it doesn't look like there's any kind of communication right now. And someone, it's almost like you need to, whoever this person is coming forward to make an apology, the other person also felt taken for granted, and they need to know that they are valued and they are worthwhile to you, and that you essentially are willing to put them on a pedestal again, or kind of, grovel. Is it groveling? But we've got someone that's really wanting someone to know that they're important and worth it, and that they need to be valued, and that one of the biggest betrayals that happened here, they felt, was that you didn't value them, or they didn't value, whoever did the cheating did not value, took the other person for granted and thinks poorly of them. What's this Knight of Swords here? What's this Knight of Swords? I don't know about that. This would say that there needs to be, it's almost like somebody needs to do the unexpected. And it might be that there's a third party that has to intervene if things were to get off the ground, to restore order, to restore balance. It might be that, this is something that they might be willing to do if you completely shock them, or they completely shock you, and enlist a third party to help with bridging the gap in communication here. Because right now there's nothing going on, and someone is staunchly not talking or unto themselves. They are just over there and not even looking in your direction, or you're not even looking in their direction. All right, what's this Fool about? This Fool about for Aquarius? What's this Fool about for Aquarius? Hello. Oh, what's this Nine of Pentacles about? Yeah, not talking. Not talking. And if you do talk, along with clearing the air, it's going to be, they're probably got a few other things. There might be some pettiness going on as well. They might not feel safe to talk. They might not, or you might not feel safe to talk. Whoever the hurt person is, they're kind of loaded for bear, and they probably need to get that off there. That might be why it would be wise to do the unexpected here and enlist wise counsel or a third party to mediate, or to start to get the ground or the ball rolling as far as talking about feelings or beginning to bridge the gap, because you two on your own may not, might just not be the best situation. As far as if they are receptive, though, believe it or not, yeah, they are. They are receptive to, but they want you, I think they want some groveling, or I think they want you to be the one to start the ball rolling, to bridge the gap, to do all that's necessary to get them talking to you again. Because I think they view you as the one that broke their heart. And I think they're really struggling with how to open back up emotionally to you, and they might need a neutral ground to do that. Either, I don't know about friends, because those can be, skewed, or loyalties can be a tricky subject. So this is saying somebody so this could be a counselor, a psychiatrist, psychologist. I mean, this could be somebody, clergy, this could be clergy. Somebody that both of you trust, that is wise counsel to start the ball rolling, like I said, talking about your feelings again. Because right now it's like they're not even willing to listen. They're looking the other way. They're just really, it's round and round they go in their head, but they're hurt. Perhaps you're hurt. Perhaps this could be switched. Like you're the one that has been hurt, and you're wanting them to make the first move and them to arrange everything. But it's going to take, it's definitely going to be a process. And it looks like trust and speaking the truth is going to be valued first and foremost here. This person could be shutting themselves off from wise counsel, or what their friends are saying. They could be shutting themselves off from friends and family because they're just so upset about what has happened. And I mean, if it's you, it could be you that's shut yourself off because this is where you feel the safest. And you're like, I don't want to talk about it to anybody. So, I mean, I could have the energies flip-flop, but we're talking about somebody that feels really betrayed or just heartbroken over something that got in the way between you two. Yeah. Okay, what else for Gemini? What else for Aquarius? Oh, almost slipped up on that one, didn't I? Oh, this could be Aquarius. This could be Aries. This could be Gemini. This could be Libra. And this could be Scorpio. So, Pisces. All right. So, lots of swords here. Wow. All right. So what else for Aquarius? What else for Aquarius? Oops. Elusive. Perhaps you felt that this relationship never quite got off the ground, or there was a part of each other emotionally that you two couldn't reach, or that you weren't connecting in a certain area. Maybe that's what this person is conflicted over. You're conflicted over, is that you just feel like there's a part of, like, that you're not special, or that they're not special. It's part of this right here, is they just feel like, you know what, you're guarded, or I'm not able to get in there and connect. It could be that. It could be they feel like this is just this, they weren't as important to you as you were to them, or vice versa. All right, what else for Aquarius? This is the same exact card that came up in the last reading, Aquarius. Just saying. This was about the big misunderstanding. That was part of it. That was part of the big misunderstanding. Things were really confused. This could be, again, an online relationship, because we got lots of swords here. And this was all about two things. One, on the surface level, is be careful that someone is not making themselves out to be more than they are. You know, like that kind of a creative persona that's so far from the truth that's like, oh, they live online because that's where they feel powerful, that sort of thing. Like, you know, so much wealthier, thinner, better looking, you know, or more powerful in this area, whatever. But it could be about illusions created. It could also be about confusion, misunderstanding, that like there's just, because you're not in proximity to each other. If this is online and there hasn't been communication, which is all you would really have, right? That someone's gotten the wrong idea, or just this could again be a big misunderstanding. This could also be that someone just feels really confused and misled about this online situation, or about this relationship in general if it's not online, that someone just really needs to hear only the truth to rebuild that trust, to open up their feelings again. They're just really confused. All right, what else? Where are we? Okay, so if Aquarius's person could say, let's do two cards. Aquarius's person, they could say two things to Aquarius, what would it be? Aquarius's person could say two things to him, what would it be? Aquarius's person. Okay, let's get some of the Norman cards. Aquarius's situation. Of course. All right. Well, this is definitely on your mind. This is a man. This is a heart. This could, and I don't mean to laugh. I'm not minimizing it, but it might be that there's just not, someone's just feeling kind of shut out or cut off, and that might need to be. I don't know. It's almost either somebody needs to clear something up or somebody needs to atone. Either way, there's a disconnect, and you two aren't communicating effectively, and there's hurt feelings, and things have been shut off, and security is paramount. Like they want a fresh, stable, solid, secure beginning. That's the only way. I think in the last reading, the Empress was in this position. And they're like, look, I need to know that we're going to be able to thrive together. That it's going to be you and me creating together, like co-creating. Here we have the Emperor. Isn't that interesting? But it was all about, like, that's the only way I can reconnect with you, is to know that you are in it to win it, you know, with me only, you know, and then everything else. But it's you and I as a united front. So there could be shades of that here also. Okay, so anyway, we've got the heart and the man. This could be man or woman. This just represents or confirms that this person is heavily on your mind as you are there, or as you are they, as you are on their mind. And it is a romance situation. So it's just kind of confirming what I said, that this person, even though you might not be talking, that you still are very much on each other's minds. If I didn't say that before, saying it now. I think, like I said, they're open to this new beginning, but they want, we got a lot of swords here, and then we've got this Knight of Cups. This is a romantic offer. This is also someone offering their feelings. This is being vulnerable. And I think this is also about telling the truth about how you feel, and we've got that here also. So I think that would be the place to start. I think that's what would really make them feel connected and grounded to you again, Aquarius. Just saying. All right. I'm in a much better headspace now. Okay, but we do have the Eight of Swords here. So that could have been a factor in someone, like this could have been so much mistrust that someone just checked out and was like, I got to go because I don't trust you. And you're like, wait. There's a misunderstanding here. So this could be them saying, okay, I feel like I can talk to you or explain things now. Could be that. I've never forgotten you, even though you think I have. So we've got a lot of swords here, and we've got this Nine of Pentacles, which and the 2 pages of swords here, which would suggest that things have been cut off and someone just kind of left things, you know, rather ugly or just like hurt feelings and then cut things off and then that was it. But you're still very much on each other's minds, and maybe now would be the time. I think they want you to reach out, honestly. So maybe now would be the time to do that if you are interested in reconnecting. That would be the one thing, to reach out and to explain how you feel, because the truth here is going to be really important to them. Okay. All right, Aquarius. I hope this was helpful. And honestly, you do have the advantage. You might be like, everybody don't talk to me, I'm upset right now. But I shouldn't say you should reach out. Well, yeah, because that's what it's showing here. I think they want the unexpected, and they want, I mean, it could be them. It could be them reaching out. But this is you. This would suggest a defensive position. Maybe this is them. They need to reach out to you. Somebody needs to reach out to somebody. Start the ball rolling. Tell them how they feel. This would suggest that you're still conflicted, maybe a little angry, and also in a position like you're in a defensive position. So it'd be them that needs to reach out to you and explain themselves and explain what happened. Okay. All right, Aquarius, shutting up. I hope this was helpful. I hope you two are able to work this out if you still both want to. There's a love there. Okay. Whoops. I hope to see you in the next reading. I thank you for stopping by. Take care.